Okay, guys, sorry for being late. Welcome to the String A Fisher, and welcome the Otakami. I actually still need to solve one thing, just a quick thing, before we actually get to the string. But while I do that, I wanted to announce something. Essentially, um, if we don't finish the Poli Fanfiction today, right? Which today's stream I'm going to try to make a bit longer to compensate for the delay. But if we don't finish it today, then I don't want to like push this back much longer. So in that case, the next writing string will already be like me continuing that original story of mine, instead of continuing the fanfic. So yeah, just a small announcement that I wanted to make while doing some stuff. Uh, then we organize this here. Okay. While I do that, how have you guys been? Let's talk about something else for a couple minutes before I start. Okay. Mm. Personally, things have been quite hectic for me. It's nothing I can't handle, but it's definitely been a bit much, having to really get used to this whole going to university thing again since I've been a NEET for quite a while. But I've been liking it. I've been liking it a lot more than I thought I would, honestly. How do I put this? Okay, perfect. Uh, where is that? Okay, let's see if this is good. And let me check your answers. Cute and funny legs. Yep, okay, understandable. Nothing special, but good. That's nice to hear, honestly. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have to, I guess, make this a bit better later. Can't exactly do much right now, but this is definitely a good, this is definitely good enough for now. But I'll do more later. Okay. Okay, perfect. So now we'll get to the writing itself. Sorry for taking so long. But yeah, we'll actually be going back in the story a bit. Um, because I think Teto Teto gave me a good way to continue the story without so many time skips, you know? So I'll be trying to do that by going back a bit and kind of developing the process of then getting there. Let me just pull this up. Okay. 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 Where is it, by the way? God damn it. Okay, I can't find it. So we'll just be doing that like this. Okay. Mm, yeah, this is how I'm kind of doing things. I don't know if I asked you this already, but are you going to post this fic on AO3 too? I don't have an AO3 account, and from what I've seen, AO3, like it's quite annoying to make an AO3 account. Maybe I will do so in the future, but for now, I have no plans of making an AO3 account at all, honestly. Okay, so how are we going to continue? Yeah, with that, we how do I say this? Yeah, I think I should write and then I correct things. We started our journey, journey. Yeah, I have to be like this. We started our journey towards. Oh, okay. So it's here. God damn it. Um. Okay. Started our journey towards Ingrid's office. What do you mean it's annoying to make an AO3 account? You need approval from the admins? Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily like approval from the admins, but there's a process where you need to submit an application and then like you need to wait a bit and then they will review things. It's yeah, you can understand it has needing approval from the admins, yes. With that, we started our journey towards Ingrid's office. Though unfortunately, it's quickly became apparent Yeah, it's probably something like this. Let's just hope, I guess. God damn it. Just a singular action, whatever. Though unfortunately it quickly became apparent. I don't know either, Fisher, but I just know that this is how it works. There, unfortunately. Though unfortunately it quickly became apparent that the the changes to Poli's uh, body were a lot less superficial than we thought. I really hope Ingrid. One sec. Okay. I really hope Ingrid can help undo whatever is happening to me. Uh, Poli, Poli side downtrodden. Is that how you? No, no. Whatever. It's how it's going to stay for now. Oh, that this is bad. Poli side with a sad look in her face, which quickly turned to confusion as she uh, realized something upon looking down. Wait, why am I um yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Wait, why is the ground so close to my face? I must admit, my mind was somewhat in the clouds. Wonder, curiously wondering what could be the cause of Poli's strange condition. So it w- uh, it was only when she said anything that I finally realized what was okay. That I finally noticed uh, how weird he was acting when I turned in when I turned my gaze in her direction. I Yeah, going to have to use finally here. I finally realized that he had at some point began walking on all fours, much like she did, much like she did the yeah when she needed to catch the criminal we apprehended a couple days prior. Yeah, pretty much. Thankfully, we were still in the outpost and in a pretty desolate part of it as well. So Polly was able to quickly get back on her feet before any one could yeah could be witness to such an embarrassing moment. Interesting. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Let's do this. Why did you do that? I asked, still a bit incredulous at the scene that had just transpired before my eyes. I, I don't know. She exclaimed, clearly embarrassed. I thought I was walking normally, and uh, I thought I was walking normally, uh, but when I went to look, I realized must have started crawling at some point without. Yeah, I noticed. No, no, this whole sentence is too much. Let me just. I thought I was walking normally. Yeah, okay. I don't know, she exclaimed, clearly embarrassed. I thought I was walking normally. The whole. I thought I was walking normally the whole time. I I didn't even notice when I started uh, crawling. You were pretty lucky that this happened here, of all places. But from now on, it's probably be better to pay more attention to prevent this from occurring again. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, it's probably I probably gonna need to explain that. Let me put this. With that, we started our uh, yeah. What the hell? Where? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to have to go back a bit. After that, uh, we stuffed Poli's big, fluffy tail inside her police vest and hid her ears as best we could uh, under her beret before starting our journey towards Ingrid's office. Okay, and now that this is explained, we're going to go back to where we were. Yeah, forget being unmasked as a Nikkei, even if people didn't notice that. Yeah, forget being unmasked as a Nikkei. If people uh saw that, my reputation would be in ruins, regardless uh, if I stayed on the force or not. Uh, However, even after mm, laser focusing her attention on uh, lasers focusing her attention to keep walking up right more uh, embarrassing events kept happening. Uh, yeah, okay. Shortly after we arrived at the arcs. Yeah, the arcs. Royal roads. A dog began barking at Polly. Prompt, yeah, prompting her as if by instinct, instinct to growl right back at him. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Has she realized what she had done? We looked around only to. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this. Has she took notice of what she had done? We looked around only to realize that the absurd event had attracted, yeah, attracted the attention of pretty much every one there. uh, i I mean, I it didn't. Polly stammered out. Desperately trying to. I noticed that there are a couple people on the stream. Like, so I'm going to ask, as I write, like, because I think this is a good point to like begin interacting with people. Um, like, we're going to finish this event, but do you think that after this we should, if the dog barks, you bark back? After this event, do you guys think we should just skip to the scene we were before on Ingrid's office, or do you guys have like another idea for a dog-like event that's like an extra dog-like event that could occur? Like, please leave your ideas, if any, in the comments while I write this. Because again, this is supposed to be one of those more interactive kind of streams. I noticed that a couple of people here, so um, I wanted to, I guess, give an opportunity in for people to be able to influence the story as the streams are supposed to do. Desperately trying to explain her actions. Fortunately, I fortunately has a commander of multiple NIKKEs with uh, the most varied uh, personalities you can possibly imagine. I quickly intervened with an yeah, one sec, an excuse to save to yeah, to hopefully save her reputation, grabbing a stick with her mouth or something. Yeah, then we're going to like finish with this event, because like the whole grabbing a stick with her mouth, I'm thinking of reserving for another scene in the future. So yeah, we're saving this event for later. S- Sorry, everyone. Polly uh, hasn't slept for a while due to her police work, and is in quite the irritable mood. Quite okay. Sorry, everyone. Polly hasn't slept for a while due to her police work and is in quite the irritable mood. So, please forgive her for her rudeness. I swear she doesn't mean it. Yeah, I can't kind of put it into appropriate words. I hope this like makes clear what he's trying to say. Fortunately, Polly had built quite the reputation as a dedicated and uh, talented police officer. So most people bought my excuse without much question. Uh, be sure to rest. Uh, okay, see you in a bit, Fisher. Be sure to rest. What? Be sure to rest a bit more from now on. Okay? The dog's owner said. We all appreciate what you do, but you shouldn't. Yeah, be sure to rest a bit more from now on, okay? The dog's owner said. We all appreciate what you do, but you shouldn't push yourself that much for our sake. Sorry. No, okay. Uh, y- you're right. Sorry, Polly. Okay, welcome back. Responded. Still very uh, embarrassed about the incident. Uh, yeah. Uh, I'll try sneaking in a few naps throughout throughout the day from now on. Um, After that incident, we both agreed that we probably should try to get to Ingrid as soon as possible. As it was very unlike unlikely as it was very unlikely for Poli's luck to save her for to save her for to save her a third time. So we quickened quickens how do you say that? Yeah, it's going to have to be like this until I figure out how this word is actually written. So we quickened our step and went through a more dangerous shortcut in order to no okay we quickened our step and went through more dangerous. No, I mean quickens. So, like to increase the speed. Like they increased the speed of their step. They started walking a bit faster. So we quickened our step and went through a more dangerous shortcut in order to uh, both avoid as many passerbys. Okay, passerby. Passerbys. Yeah. As many quicken. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. So we quickened our step and went through a more dangerous shortcut in order to both avoid as many passerbys as possible. Avoid as many passerbys as possible and uh, get there as fast as we could. And now we are back to the scene we left off before. So to recap, what's going on with Polly? The commander asked Ingrid after the conclusion of her body scan. Well, it's nothing really too uncommon, she answered, looking a lot calmer than the commander expected. As you know, while not unusual, it's entirely possible for NIKKE's appearance to change without external input due to the incorporation of new parts, as well as due to psychological changes. Incorporation new parts, due to the incorporation new parts, as well as no, as psychological changes, the better one here actually. So similar to okay, I should probably similar to what happened to Rappy or Snow White, for example. Yes, though to a much smaller extent. So, is there a way to reverse it? Well, since the changes are so minor and mostly cosmetic, they should disappear if Polly goes through a similar psychological change. Meaning, my theory is that this transformation happened due to Polly's over relying on her dog like characteristics, both uh, in and outside the job. So, as long as she stops using them and starts adopting more human like behaviors instead, those dog years should disappear in a matter of days. Though the news we received were overall positive, I wasn't able to act as optimistically optimistically as Polly when she heard the diagnosis. Diagnosis, especially after the incidents we went through. Yeah, especially after the incidents we went through. So after she requested a small vacation from work in order to sort that out. No. So while she requested a small vacation from work in order to sort that out, I preemptively preemptively uh, called someone I thought would be able to assist us. Hmm? Uh, Commander, the way to uh yeah, Commander, your office, yeah, Commander, your office is over there. Uh, remember? She said, pointing in the opposite direction I was going. Were you spacing? Were you spacing out again? Ah, no. We're not going back. We're not going back just yet. Why? Where else? Yeah. Why? Where else do we need to go? Um, Hold on. Let me just search something real quick. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay. To the happy zoo, to the happy zoo animal shelter, of course. Huh? Poli said with a look of absolute incredulity on her face. Interesting. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this is how I did things. Okay. Mm, something, yeah, it was like this. Where do I change the text? Okay. And then I change it back. Okay. Are we sure? Oh, sorry. Are we sure this is necessary, Commander? She asked, a bit hesitant. All I need. Oh, hello, Kami of Play. Welcome to the stream. She asked, a bit hesitant. All I need to do is not work for a while, right? For all I need to do is not work for a while, and things should go back to normal on their own, right? Well, maybe, but given what happened on the way to Ingrid's office, I think it's safer to try and control these new instincts of yours as much as possible to make sure uh yeah, as much as possible, both to make sure that these years will actually disappear, and to avoid any other similar situations. Yeah, and to avoid other similar situations, you know? Yeah, you You have a point there. Oh, hello, Big Pew. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, something like that. Perfect. Yeah, you do have a point there. She said with somewhat, yeah, with still somewhat hesitant expression. No, she said with uh, diminished but still noticeable, noticeable hesitation in her voice. Hesitation. But still receiving actual dog training kind of, but still receiving actual dog training is kind of, I know, but think, oh, hello, evil bookman, welcome to the stream. I know, but think of it like this. It's less that you, yeah, it's less that you, oh, hello, Teto Teto. Didn't know you edited videos, but nice to have you here. Uh, I'm going to pause after I write this like last sentence, and then we're going to review what I already wrote so that you guys can give suggestions now that more people are here. Okay? I know, but think of it like this. It's less that you be a place next to my school called on fire here. Jesus Christ, I hope you're okay. So are you going to post this fanfic even if you're not done with it or after? And will it be posted in the same place as your original story from a while back? Yes, yes. When the fanfic is complete, I'll post the whole thing on my Wattpad. And then I'll inform you guys, but only when the whole thing is complete. I'm not going to post it partially. I know, but think of it like this. It's less that you be. No, no, no. I never edited anything in my life. I feel like a boomer using Filmora. Oh, okay, so it's a new experience. Okay. Well, I wish you good luck, like learning the ins and outs. I know, but think of it like this. It's not less that you be uh, training has a dog and more that you be training to avoid, yeah, to avoid acting like a dog. I feel old. I remember Wondershare Filmora. Okay. Uh, does that make you feel at least a bit better about it as much as I'll be able to, I suppose. She replied, clearly unconvinced. Okay. Also, I'm okay. The fire didn't reach our school, but it's keeping some people from leaving. I hope they're okay, honestly. But yeah, for now, we're going to go back a bit so I can narrate like what I wrote up until this point, and then I want you guys to give me suggestions because like I actually don't have many ideas of like scenes to continue the story with. But anyway, I elaborated a bit on their journey to the office. I went back a bit and actually added some events to on the way to Ingrid's office. So that's what we'll be reading for context. After that, we stuffed Polly's big fluffy tail inside her police vest and hid her ears as best as we could under her beret before starting our journey towards Ingrid's office. Though unfortunately, it quickly became apparent that the changes to Polly's body were a lot less superficial than we thought. I really hope Ingrid can help undo whatever's happening to me. Polly sighed, with a sad look in her face, which quickly turned to confusion as she realized something upon looking down. Wait, why is the ground so close to my face? I must admit, my mind was somewhat in the clouds. Ki- Uh, yeah, in the clouds during our walk, curiously wondering what could be the cause of Polly's strange condition. So it was only when she said anything that I finally noticed how weird she was acting. When I turned my gaze in her direction, I finally realized that she had, at some point, began walking on all fours, much like she did when she needed to catch the criminal we apprehended a couple days prior. Thankfully, we were still in the outpost, in a pretty desolate part of it as well, so Polly was able to quickly get back on her feet before anyone could be witness to such an embarrassing moment. Why did you do that? I asked, still a bit incredulous at the scene that had just transpired before my eyes. I don't know, she exclaimed, clearly embarrassed. I thought I was walking normally the whole time. I didn't even notice when I started crawling. You're pretty lucky that this happened here of all places, but from now on it'd probably be better to pay more attention to prevent this from occurring again. Yeah, forget being unmasked as a Nikkei. Even if people. Yeah, yeah. If people saw that, my reputation would be in ruins, regardless if I stayed in the force or not. However, even after laser focusing her attention to keep walking upright, more embarrassing events kept happening. Shortly after we arrived at the Ark's Royal Road, a dog began barking at Polly, prompting her, as if by instinct, to growl right back at him. As she took notice of what she had done, we looked around only to realize that the absurd event had attracted the attention of pretty much everyone there. I mean, I didn't, Polly stammered out, desperately trying to explain her actions. Fortunately, as a commander of multiple Nikkeis with the most varied personalities you can possibly imagine, I I was able to quickly intervene with an excuse to hopefully save her reputation. Sorry, everyone. Polly hasn't slept for a while due to her police work and is in quite the irritable mood, so please forgive her. Yeah, please forgive her rudeness. I swear she doesn't mean it. Fortunately, Polly had built quite a reputation as a dedicated uh, and talented police officer, so most people bought my excuse without much question. Be sure to rest a bit more from now on, okay? The dog's owner said. We all appreciate what you do, but you shouldn't push yourself that much for our sake. You're right, sorry. Polly responded, still very embarrassed about the incident. I'll try sneaking in a few naps throughout the day from now on. After that incident, we both agreed that we should probably try to get to Ingrid as soon as possible, as it was very unlikely for Polly's luck to save her a third time. So we quickened our step and went through a more dangerous shortcut in order to both avoid as many passerbys as possible, uh, as well as to get there as fast as we could. And then we have that scene that we already went through, and then here. Though the news we received were overall positive, I wasn't able to act as optimistically as Polly did when she heard the diagnosis, especially after the incidents we went through. So while she requested a small vacation from work in order to sort that out, I preemptively called someone I thought would be able to assist us. Commander, your office is over there, remember? She said, pointing in the opposite direction I was going. Were you spacing out again? No, we're not going back just yet. Why? Where else do we need to go? To the Happy Zoo Animal Shelter, of course. Huh? Polly said, with a look of absolute incredulity on her face. And then a small time skip, and we go to the scene. Are we sure this is necessary, Commander? She asked, a bit hesitant. All I need to do is not work for a while and things should go back to normal on their own, right? Well, maybe, but given what happened on the way to Ingrid's office, I think it's safer to try and control these new instincts of yours as much as possible. Both to make sure that these years will actually disappear and to avoid any other similar situations, you know? Yeah, you do have a point there, she said with a diminished but still noticeable hesitation in her voice. But still, receiving actual dog training is kind of. I know, but think of it like this. It's less that you'll be training as a dog and more that you'll be training to avoid acting like a dog. Does that make you feel at least a bit better about it? As much as I'll be able to, I suppose, she replied, clearly unconvinced. Okay, and now I'll be taking your ideas while I eat something here. I'll turn off the mic for a bit so you guys don't hear the sound of me like eating something. Great idea, Big Pew. Let me just grab something there and then we'll continue like with that. And I think I know how to like do two things at once, because I think this suggestion of yours will fit very well with Aphicia's previous suggestion with like stick catching scene. So I think I will use both suggestions in this next scene. After entering the animal shelter, Biscuits came to greet us with her usual precious smile. So, is she the one I'm going to be helping today? Yeah, yeah. Once again, thank you for taking time out of your day to help with this. Come on, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, Commander. You're always helping us out as much as you can. So this is the least we should do in return. She said before turning her gaze to her gaze back to Polly with with a strangely excited look on her face. Though before that, can you do me a little favor? M- Me? Polly exclaimed, confused. What could you possibly. Yeah. Me? Polly exclaimed, confused. What could you possibly. Whoa! Bits of personal space, please. It's just. I Yeah. It's just I really want to see then. Yeah, one sec. You could introduce a scene where another Nikkei is there, perhaps with their pet, and now they have to train Polly while not arousing suspicion from others. Um, the problem with that suggestion is that, like, I'm pretty sure there aren't any Nikkeis with pets, at least not like actual biological pets. There are plenty of Nikkeis with, like, more machine animals, but the only people who can have biological pets in the arc are like the richest of the rich, like the richest of the rich. So it wouldn't make much sense, especially for a Nikkei that lives in the outpost, to have a pet of her own. At least I don't think so. Another suggestion: has the commander pet Polly yet? Uh, One sec. This is also probably my final suggestion because I have to go spend some time with my grandma. Oh, go do that. Like, obviously, that's very important. So, thank you for participating as much as possible. Okay. Yeah, and I watched a VOD though, because this writing is kind of fire. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to put a scene of him maybe petting her at some point. It's just okay. It's just I really want to see then. Uh yeah. Thank you all. It's just I really want to see then. Biscuits like exclaimed, incredibly. Uh yeah. Biscuit explained with, yeah, with a big dumb smile on her face. See what? Polly questioned, probably thinking she uh, probably thinking Biscuit was some kind of pervert. I I think she wants to see your new ears, Polly. Yeah, I think she just wants to see your new ears, Polly. Uh, uh, oh, okay, but oh, hello, Kodokunasu. Welcome to the stream. That's that's a bit. Please, I always thought you'd look adorable uh, with a nice pair of dog ears like mine. You know, I get that you're embarrassed, but uh, but please, I absolutely must see them. Fine, but just for a bit, okay? Yay! uh, After that, Paul adds this request. Polly hesitantly uh, began to take off her beret, but knowing her and not wanting to and not wanting biscuits to miss out while she was distract distract distracted doing that. I sneak I sneakily sneak yeah I sneakily uh like I sneakily took out her tail from inside her vest in one quick motion. Commander! Polly protested with a mixture of anger and uh, fair. I wanted a little cameo and thought it would be fun to see her playing with her robot dog. Wait, actually, now that you you said that it doesn't really need to be like a biological dog. Like it's canonical, I think, that Litter takes her like a robotic dog to go play with the other animals. So like we can totally do that. Like now that you elaborated on it, yeah, that's totally a scene we can do. Like we'll get to that eventually. Commander, Polly protested with a mix of anger and embarrassment. Wow. And uh yeah. Wow. And you even have a tail. And you even have a tail as well. And such a fluffy one too. Biscuit said, like Biscuit said, uh what am I how do I put this? Biscuit said, moving her hands. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Biscuit said, quickly switching from petting Polly's head to caressing her tail. The moment she noticed it. Hey, that area. Sorry. That thing is sensitive. You know? Of course. Of course I do. Uh, Biscuit said while wagging her own tail. That's why I'm being gentle with it. What, whatever. Shows, whatever. Shows over. Okay? Polly said, quickly uh, putting her beret back on and stuffing her tail back in her vest. Aww. But they look so cute. Are you sure you want to get rid of them? that feels like such a waste. Uh, Biscuits, we already talked about this. Biscuit, we already talked about this. I understand her situation. I understand her situation, Commander, but still, it just feels so wrong to get. I understand her situation, Commander, but still, it just feels so wrong to get rid of. Yeah, I understand her situation, Commander, but still, it just feels so wrong to get rid such of such cute features. Yeah, I understand her situation, Commander, but still, it just feels so wrong to get rid of such cute features. Uh, how do I express what I want to say? First, I'll read some comments, but and then I'll continue. Uh, though it would be a dietetic way to do it, but I guess not. Oh, nice. I'm a few minutes behind, so I didn't know you accepted it. Ah, okay, okay. I understand her situation, Commander, but still, it just feels so wrong to get rid of such cute features. Uh, just like, yeah. This isn't like what I actually want to say, but like for now it will have to do. I understand her situation, Commander, but still, it just feels so wrong to get rid of such cute features just like that. Trust me, I get how you feel. Trust me, I get how you feel. I said, looking at Poli's beret with a forlorn expression. Will you two just cut this out and help me already? Polly yelled. Absolutely done with our nonsense. And then we'll have another small time skip. Let me just put it like this. And yeah. Where was I? Where was I? Yeah, okay. We'll continue with the scene. But yeah, I accept criticisms too, you know. Like I get that you guys are mostly like liking my writing up until this point, and I really appreciate that. But if there's something like that you don't like, or that you think I should change, that you think could get better, don't be afraid to point it out, okay? I'd be more than willing to like do so in order to improve the story. But anyway, okay, so to start with, okay, so to start with, sorry, okay, okay, so to start with, let's do a quick and simple exercise. Biscuit said with yeah, with a frisbee, whatever, with a frisbee in hand. You could change it to command. These features are adorable. Pause. Okay, let me just let me see if I can do how I can do this. I understand her situation, Commander, but still, God damn it, fucking YouTube font, whatever. But still, her ears, yeah, her new ears and tail, just so adorable. Yeah. I understand her situation, Commander, but still, her new ears and tail are so adorable. Yeah, this is a good one. That it feels wrong to get rid of them just like that. Yeah, it's not exactly what you said, but I think like this improves things. Or change feature to ears and tail to put emphasis on them. Did it before I even like noticed what you wrote. But yeah, the new line is I understand her situation, Commander, but still, her new ears and tail are just so adorable that it feels wrong to get rid of them just like that. It would be remiss word I'd use to get rid of them. No, but this is like um biscuit. So like it'd be out of character for her to use like a more complex or like such a serious word as remiss, you know? Like if it was the commander or Poli saying that, it wouldn't be weird, but biscuits like definitely wouldn't use a word like remiss, you know? But yeah, let's continue. Okay, so to start with, let's do a quick and simple exercise. Biscuit said with a frisbee in hand. From what I've heard, it's difficult for Polly to control her new instincts even uh, while concentrating, right? So, uh, so I think we should start by training. Yeah, from what I heard, it's difficult for Polly to control her new instincts even while concentrating, right? So I think uh, how do I say this? We should start by yeah, okay. So I think we should start by uh yeah, by training her to resist one of the most basic yeah. So I think we should start by training her to resist one of the most basic uh dog be- dog behaviors uh there is before moving on to more complex stuff. Does that sound good? Yeah, that seems yeah, that seems reasonable. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Polly responded, clearly still not fully okay with the whole thing. Though I'd still prefer if we got to no, I need to reorganize all this. Yeah. Okay. Are you sure this is necessary? Okay. It was fun. I'd love to stick around to the end, but sadly I can't. I'll watch the VOD and comment when I can. Hope you get more feedback. Bye. Bye, Come of Play. Thanks for sticking around. Are you sure this is necessary? Polly responded, clearly still not fully okay with the whole thing. Surely we don't need to train something that basic, right? I think I can resist at least that well enough. Think I can at least resist that well enough. Yeah, and we will put it here like this for emphasis. Surely we don't need to train something that basic, right? I think it can resist at least that well enough. Well, we'll never know till we put that to the test. Will we? So I'll throw. Yeah, sorry. I'll throw the. Yeah, it's frisbee. You goddamn idiot. Nope. Still wrong. Let me see. Yeah, I have no idea how to fucking do that. So I'll throw the frisbee as far as I can, and I need you to stay still while Max, yeah, while Max catches it. Okay? Wait, what am I doing? While Max catches it, okay? 3, 2, yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Immediately, as if on cue, Poli didn't even hesitate to start going after the toy right alongside. God damn it. One sec. Sorry for that. Let's continue. Immediately, as if on cue, Polly didn't even hesitate to start running after the toy right alongside Max. Okay. Immediately, as if on cue, Polly didn't even hesitate to start running after the toy right alongside Max. Though, to the surprise of everyone present, besides me, of course, as soon as it looked like Polly was going to beat Max at that race and catch the toy for herself. Biscuit uh, appeared, yeah, appeared from the side out of nowhere and snatched the prize from both of them. Biscuits, I said. Okay, I said as I face palm. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be the trainer, but not exactly good at controlling my own instincts. Yeah. Biscuit, I said as I face palmed. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be the trainer, but I'm not exactly good at controlling my own instincts, as you know. That's because you don't even try, do you? She left embarrassed. Has I hit? Yeah, just as I'd predicted. Predicted. Though uh, Biscuit was without doubt the most qualified person to help Polly out uh, with her situation. Just as I predicted, though Biscuit was, without a doubt, the most qualified person to help Polly out with her situation, that absolutely did not mean our journey was going to be in any way easy. Okay, let me just save here. And I actually need to think because I know that Obviously, we are going to continue with that scene you guys mentioned, where suddenly another person comes and, like, it starts. How do I say this? Like, it complicates things, etc. But I really need a moment to, like, think about how exactly I want to make that scene. Just a sec, okay? I'll continue in a minute. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have another time skip here. Yes, I am quite reliant on those, as you can probably tell. But anyway, despite her early confidence, despite her early confidence, it took Polly hours to finally be able to resist running after the frisbee along, sorry, to finally be able to barely resist running after the frisbee alongside Max and Biscuits. So you get why I wanted us to come here in the first place. Yeah, so do you now get why I wanted us to come here in the first place? Yeah, sorry for doubting you. Com- sorry for doubting you, Commander. Okay, so we'll just move on here. So, do you now get why I wanted us to come here in the first place? Yeah, sorry for doubting you, Commander. Thankfully, we have more than a week Yeah. Thankfully, we have more than a week to train. Yeah. Okay. Thankfully, we have more than a week to complete uh, your training. So, despite the slow, yeah. Thankfully, we have more than a week to complete your training. Yeah, okay, this is better. Thankfully, we have more than a week to complete your training. So, despite the slow progress, I fully believe we should be able to revert your transformation with time to spare. I yeah, I appreciate the votes of confidence, Commander. Yeah, okay. I appreciate the vote of confidence, Commander. He said, looking at me with. Oh, okay. Good night, A Fisher. Don't worry, we'll be like finishing this up in like 20 minutes. You won't miss much. Okay. She said, looking at me with a small but warm smile. Thanks for always believing in me despite everything. It's not uh, it's not despite anything that I believe in you, uh, Polly. It's because I know how genuinely dedi- dedicated you. It's because I know how dedicated you are that I'm sure you be able to uh, complete uh, complete the training before I know it. Yeah, okay. It's not despite anything that I believe in you, Polly. It's because I know how genuinely dedicated you are that I'm sure you'll be able to complete uh, the training before I know it. I said getting up from the bench we were resting on and extending my hands to help her up. So, should we get back to it? No. So, are you uh, ready to uh, get back to it? Come on. You don't really need to ask that, do you? She said, accepting my pleasantry. Ple- uh, pleasantry. Okay. Oh, I can just do that. Ple pleasantry. Okay. So let me just yeah, okay, so you need to put it like this. Okay. Frisbee, frisbee, and frisbee. Though just as we were yeah, though just as we were heading. Oh, hello, Eljuez. I'm sorry to say, we're like finishing this up in a few minutes. So yeah, welcome to the stream, but it won't last for much longer. Sorry. Though just as we were heading back to the training area, though just as we were heading back to the training area, the shelters, yeah, the shelters. Okay. Though just as we were heading back to the training area, we suddenly heard the shelter's front door open. Yeah. Guys, I've only done 3 minutes of the video and I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, I know that feeling. Like, when you're like starting your editing journey, like you take forever to do fucking anything. So yeah, don't worry. Like, it's normal. Like, it will get better like with time. Has with anything, I promise you. Though just as we were heading back to the training area, we suddenly heard the shelter's front door open. And recognize yeah. No, no, this is irrelevant. Let's just end this here. Okay. Though, just as we were heading back to the training area, we suddenly heard the shelter's front door open. I wanted to see, no, like, should I say, like, and someone come inside? No, but because this is kind of implied. Yeah, let's just end this here. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Well, thank you all for participating and contributing to the stream. But for now, we'll be ending things for today. Once again, thank you all and bye. Oh, and like I said before I go, um, I announced it at the beginning of the stream, but pretty much no one was there. So I'm going to say this again. On the next writing stream, we are actually not going to be continuing the Poli fanfic. We're actually, since a few people have been asking for it, we're going to start writing, like, or I guess continue writing my actual like story that I haven't updated in a while. So yeah, next stream will not be about this fanfic. It will be the writing stream after that one, where we'll like be continuing this. Okay, just a heads up. But yeah, thank you all for watching and bye.